welcome in everyone. I'm LimCube and I'm a Breath of the Wild speedrunner. And what I'm going to be doing in these next couple days is I'm going to 100% this game bit by bit every single day until the sequel of this game, Tears of the Kingdom, comes out. Today, that is in 188 days. And while I do these play sessions, I'm just going to talk about various topics from internet culture and video games. If you want to, you can put these videos down at the back. But I would appreciate it if you joined me. And for this first episode, I've been doing these daily play sessions for a while now, but I'm switching it up a little bit in the sense that I will be, instead of just randomly flying around in the world, actually completing the game bit by bit. The goal is going to be, and as you can see, I'm going to be picking up random items because this is not going to be a speed run. The goal is going to be to reach 100% map completion at the end. So I don't want to play by the speedrunning rules of what is and what isn't 100%. I want to complete the map tracker that tracks the percentage. That map tracker is only available once you have completed the final boss of the game, Dark Beast Ganon. So that's gonna be one of my early goals. Again, I'm not gonna be following the speedrun route. I'm just gonna be using speedrun tricks, clear the game, reach 100% on the map. And if we have some time after that, because I'm probably only gonna be playing 20-ish minutes a day, when Tears of the Kingdom is... But basically, if we have more time before Tears of the Kingdom, maybe I'll do some more stuff. Maybe I'll upgrade some armor. Maybe I'll do some extra quests. But for now, the main objective...
Head to the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
It's not gonna be that. Well, actually it is. Never mind. I'm lying. We will actually go to the tower in this run. It's just gonna make things a little bit easier. But in today's video, what I want to talk about is how you can still enjoy Breath of the Wild even after having played the game for over 5,000 hours in my case. I'm pretty close to around 5,500 hours now. Yet, I still somehow manage to play and enjoy the game without completely being burnt out. Don't get me wrong, I do get burnt out of this game. Right now, I'm actually mainly focusing on Hollow Knight instead on my live stream. A game I talked about in yesterday's play session that I really enjoy and that I want to get good at. I want to learn the speedrun for it. But I do still enjoy this game, and me doing this playthrough and maybe you following me along, I thought I can give you some tips how maybe you can enjoy Breath of the Wild still, even though you may have not played it for 5,000 hours. Maybe you played it for 300 and you got kind of bored, but I'll tell you how I still enjoy this game anyway. Number one, and the most obvious tip for me, would obviously be speedrunning. In case if you don't know, the first 100 hours, maybe if even, I would say more like 80, of my playtime with this game was my casual playthrough, just like everyone else. I didn't 100% the game back then. I ended up choosing to go for all of the main quests, all of the shrines, and then I just beat the game. I didn't care about getting all of the Koroks. I didn't care about getting all of the locations, all of the side quests. I did do all of the main quests, and I did all of the shrines. That's the content that I wanted to do. That took me around 80 hours. Now I have 5,500 hours played, so obviously I haven't done like 100 or whatever casual playthroughs at this point. I've only really done one. I never actually went back to do another fully casual playthrough because immediately afterwards I started learning the speedrun. And the speedrun is actually decent timing. Unless I'm dead here, which I'm not. Me performing the speedrunning trick is what made the game interesting to me in the first place. I really enjoyed the game casually, but I wouldn't even say it's in my top 5 of games that I've ever played, of casual games that I've ever played. I would say it's probably my top 10. It's my favorite game of all time, but that is because of speedrunning. This game is a speedrunning gem. The amount of cool glitches that it has, from movement to combat to useful glitches like duplicating items and stuff, and the frequency at which these glitches have been discovered in the past and still get discovered to this day is what made this such an exciting part of the game to be a part of. Being part of the speedrunning community in this game is a great pleasure, and I highly recommend you to check out the speedrunning Discord and check out other speedrunning content on YouTube. If you haven't, if for some reason on this video and you haven't seen speedrunning for this game, please do. It's the main reason I play this game so much, and it's awesome to be part of. Now, I would say from those 5,500 hours, probably around 5,000 are speedrunning. When you do speedruns, even if it's just any percent, which is a 30-minute run where you beat the game, you end up resetting a lot. Resetting means you start a speedrun, it doesn't turn out the way you want it to be, you are slower than you want to be, so you restart the game and try again. Now, that has to probably accumulate up to like 2,000 hours for me, dead speedruns that started and didn't finish because I wasn't satisfied with it. Now, I have also done a bunch of long speedruns, like 100% in Old Shrines. And Old Shrines used to be like a 7-hour run. There was this period in my life where I was performing an Old Shrine speedrun for ESA, the European Speedrunning Association, I think is what it stands for. And if you look it up, until this day, if you look at ESA, if you look up ESA Limcube, you find my Old Shrines run. Back then, wind bombs hadn't been found. No, wind bombs were found, but the glitches where you can enter shrines that are underground early hadn't been found yet. So the run was still like 7 hours long, even on high level or top level. I had the record at some point in that time, and I was actually doing an Old Shrines run every single day for like a month. So that immediately, it's 70, 200, I guess 70, around 200 hours to my in-game timer or my in-game clock. And that does not get boring. If you have ever tried speedrunning, especially a game that you really like, it's so fun and so rewarding to play better and better. And when you do speedrunning, you tend to have a speedrunning timer that will literally give you visual feedback of how you are improving at the game. I never even picked up a bow, so I can't perform any glitches, you know, wind bombs. But yeah, being able to see, literally see a number that tells you, yo, you've just done this section 10 seconds better than ever before. It just makes you feel good. And I would highly recommend, again, speedrun this game if you really like it and you're kind of bored of it casually. It's not as hard as it may look, and it's incredibly fun and rewarding. It has a great community, and from what I can tell, Tears of the Kingdom is gonna play relatively similar to this game. So if you want to jump on the Tears of the Kingdom speedrunning hype train, it's still a great point to start with Breath of the Wild, because the game is gonna play similarly. That being said, speedrunning is only one side of the coin. It is the more weighted side of the coin for me. I've done much more speedrunning than anything else. The second part for me are challenge runs. I've done multiple challenge runs, from trying to beat content without the bow, trying to do all shrines without runes, trying to restrict myself in some sort of way, not trying not to take damage, trying to ban a certain type of weapon, trying to not use glitches for once, but still speedrun all of the shrines. There's literally infinite possibilities in this game to restrict yourself. So you could start, maybe you could learn some basic speedrunning tricks like wind bombs and do another casual playthrough, but now with glitches. Or you could say, the weapon that I used the most in my last playthrough were bow and arrows. So what if I try to not use bow and arrows at all unless I really have to? Making simple challenge runs for yourself are a great way, especially in this game, but it's going to bring me to my next point, to spice up a playthrough and bring life back to a game that you thought you were already done with. And the reason this game is so good for it, and I talked about this in videos before, is the insane amount of freedom that you get from the developers. You do this great plateau, right? You get your paraglider, and then you can do whatever you want. You can work straight away on getting hearts for the Master Sword. Technically, you can do a glitch to get the Master Sword right away, and the Trial of the Sword can be the first content that you do. You can literally, if you check out my YouTube channel, oh, I still don't have a shield, so I can't do this glitch. If you check out my YouTube channel, and you learn the glitch on how to get the Master Sword early, with the campfire glitch, where you pull out the Master Sword, you can immediately afterwards enter the Trial of the Sword, do the Trial of the Sword, and then play your entire playthrough from basically the very beginning with the 60 damage Master Sword, which could be pretty fun. Suddenly some of the content that you may have struggled with in the past might be super easy. That's one way to change up your playthrough, and that's what the freedom that this game either gives you inherently or that you can achieve by learning some of the glitches provides. And you can approach a playthrough in this in so many ways. You can do all of the Divine Beasts first. You can do as much as you can without doing any Divine Beasts. You can get full hearts as fast as possible by duplicating Spirit Orbs. You can try to stay at 3 hearts the entire game. Spice it up a little bit. Do something that you have not done the last time you played the game and see if you have fun. Now, this together, the challenge running side and the, I guess, like modification side where I do a playthrough in a specific way, plus speedrunning, which is still the bulk of it for me, probably like 90 to 95% of the time that I've played this game, are also making it so that I do still enjoy the game casually. Right now I'm enjoying this. I just love this game. And the reason I think is because, yeah, usually I restrict myself, but sometimes just unwinding with this game and enjoying the casual aspects can be really fun as well for me, just because usually I play the game so differently. For example, the Great Plateau, even after being here for thousands and thousands of hours, and that's not an over-exaggeration, I simply really enjoy the vibe on the Great Plateau. I know vibe is kind of a word that nobody really knows at this point what it means anymore because it's used for like everything. But I guess the combination of the soothing visuals with atmospheric sounds and very slight music. Sometimes I listen to music myself when I play on the Great Plateau, especially in speedruns. Has just this relaxing effect on me, which is weird because most speedrunners hate this place because of how many runs die on the Great Plateau, but I don't mind it. It's something about the Great Plateau that just relaxes me, and I still enjoy that from time to time. For example, right now, and even sometimes when I do speedruns. Another thing that I still like going to when I don't speedrun or challenge run and I take a break from it is, and this is probably my favorite, this was literally probably my favorite aspect casually, is the customization in this game. And what I mean by customization is like creating Link's appearance by mixing up outfits, giving him different shields and weapons, making Link look cool, kind of like the character creation almost. I remember vividly every time I would go to a new village, the thing I was most excited about was figuring out what the armor was that was being sold in that village, which is why I was so mad that when I got to Lurline, that there was no new outfit there. I was expecting some, I don't know, fishnets for, no, I'm kidding, some I don't know, some sailor outfit or something that I could use to make Link look different, because I still enjoyed it. And to this day, sometimes I browse around Twitter and I see like a combat clip, somebody doing like a cool combat strategy, killing an enemy super quickly, and they wear this really cool outfit, and suddenly I'm inspired, like, oh, I want to make a new outfit. I want to make Link look this certain way and maybe fight some enemies and just look cool. Because I think the game did a great job with the outfits and weapons in this game, which allow you to have fun with that too. And then lastly, as I finish the shrine, which is probably where I'm gonna end it off for today with the first 2 shrines in the Great Plateau, so I can do the other 2 tomorrow. You gotta save a little bit of content for each day. Is, last but not least, it's the theory crafting. What I mean by theory crafting is specifically for Tears of the Kingdom. Whenever there's any new teaser, new trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, any bits of information about the lore, I really like going back to this game and exploring the areas that might hint towards the sequel a little bit. And usually, in this specific instance, it's Farron Woods and the Zonai ruins. Everybody is hinting towards the fact that the Zonai are probably gonna play a major role in the sequel, or are at least gonna somehow appear. And if we take our scope back there in Farron Woods, there's these Zonai ruins where you can see some of their ruins and you can see that architecture. It kind of just reminds you a little bit of what you see in those Tears of the Kingdom trailers. So I really like going around there and kind of playing detective in the sense of like, oh, well, maybe there's like a hint for the story of Tears of the Kingdom here. Oh, another good one is, for example, if you go to the left here, to the Tabantha Bridge stable, we've seen this area back there quite a bit in Tears of the Kingdom teasers, so exploring that now and comparing it is fun. So doing a little bit of theory crafting, especially as we get closer to Tears of the Kingdom, might be a way for you to still enjoy this game, even though we're getting close to the 6th year anniversary. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about a completely different topic as I continue this journey to 100% in Breath of the Wild. I hope you enjoyed today. We have 188 days left until Tears of the Kingdom. Make sure to tune back in tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel if you want. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.